Hello, welcome to my insect behavior study, Antsphalt, the behavior of ant paving. In this video, I want to explain the recent study that discovered this behavior as well as show my attempt to express this behavior in another species of ant. Spoiler alert, I am unsuccessful, and I think that it's primarily because of the fact that I did not use red imported fire ants like the study did. But we'll get to that in a minute. The study that inspired me was a 2021 paper by Wen et al., in which the authors found that red imported fire ants will cover sticky or slick, hard to navigate surfaces with substrate, in essence paving them in order to ease foraging. I first became aware of this phenomenon when I came across this time lapse on Twitter. Inspired by this study, a PhD student, Horace Zhang, recreated the findings of the paper with glass gravel, double-sided tape, and lots of ants. He was able to successfully and beautifully capture a video of these ants taking the glass gravel and depositing it on the tape to cover up the stickiness, making a mosaic in the process. Here, he slows down the video and shows a single worker ant moving the gravel from the pile to the tape. It takes her a while, so you can imagine how long this process really does take, even with many ants. Alright, this last video is a collaboration with an artist who chose to provide the ants with a glittery gold substrate instead of the blue glass gravel. And look how cool that is! I really hope to make this work in the future because I want to give them a rainbow and see what kind of designs that they make. Alright, so moving on to my experiment, here are the materials that I used. For my arena, I just used a simple petri dish just to enclose them. I didn't trust the ants not to get out and wreak havoc. I also used double-sided tape for the sticky surface. These are the ants that I collected from outside of someone's property on the side of the road. Here's some sand for the substrate and a little bit of delicious honey. So here's my first setup. There is no honey in here, but there are 2 pieces of tape, 2 piles of sand, and some substrate from their hill. They didn't really do anything, so I accidentally killed them trying to move them to this next container, so I had to go back and get some more. But they just were not interested. They really did not touch the honey at all, and they really were desperate for an escape. There's one point where they do begin to like move around the sticks at the top left corner, but they really don't move much, and they definitely don't move it onto the tape. Alright, my final attempt was to move them into a smaller petri dish and add some sugar, hoping that maybe they would use the sugar to put on the tape. But at this point, I think they were thoroughly traumatized and they had no interest in doing anything I wanted them to do. Alright, so what went wrong? These are the 3 things that I think went wrong. 1, I did not use red imported fire ants because I am afraid of them. I think I used the wrong food probably because I looked it up and it said that ants like sweet stuff. The study used sausage as the food, but I don't have sausage, so I used honey. And finally, I think maybe they were just nervous about having been kidnapped. Thank you for watching my video. Here are the appropriate credits. Thanks again, and see ya.